Hey, this is Chantal Gerardy, and today I wanted to talk to you about how I transitioned my business, or why I transitioned my business from Facebook strategist through to online business marketing strategist. So I wanted to share with you just a little bit, a few things, and I'm a visual person, so I thought it'd be a great idea just to map it out on the board here for you today. But originally what happened is I started on Facebook. At that stage, I didn't have a website. I didn't have any email marketing. And all I'd heard was just be visible on Facebook and just spit out content and give it all away for free. But unfortunately, that wasn't making me money. Okay, that wasn't making me money, and I needed money in order to pay, to feed the family, in order to grow a business and to be able to help more people. So what ended up happening was with Facebook over here, I realized that I needed an income producing strategy. And many of you over the years would have heard me talk about how it's not just about the content that you put out onto Facebook, but it's about the income producing strategy that you have that helps you to be able to get money, so that you're not just spitting out here, but it does actually result in money down here. And the income producing strategy would give you that money. And this over here is when strategy is what I realized made the big difference between here and here, was having that strategy of how to get people from here through here to get that. Now, over the years, what we learned is Facebook restricts what you can and can't say. The algorithms restrict what is seen or can't be seen. And if you don't want to pay for advertising, which can be an expensive gamble, especially if you don't have this in place, they can also remove your platforms. They can delete your platforms, even hack your platforms, and you may lose everything. So imagine if you've taken, 5 years, you've grown a Facebook group to 10,000 people, and suddenly your group gets deleted or your profile gets deleted and you've lost all of this. So that's when I realized that we needed E. And E is emails. So if we can capture people's email addresses, this is going to help us with this strategy, so that if ever this gets removed, gets deleted, or goes under, we are still able here to have those leads, to nurture those leads, and to turn people into clients. Okay. So when I decided to drop Facebook, it was during COVID, when everyone was asking me to recover their accounts. And I just kind of got over it. And I was like, we cannot put all our eggs in one basket. Some of our audience may be on LinkedIn. Some of our audiences may be on Instagram. And the most awesome part about this is that obviously Facebook and Instagram have been bought by the same company, which means that some of their values are very much the same, and managing them has become more easier than ever. But your audience, your offer, the way that you use the platform, you still need to respect those platforms. And of course, you've got LinkedIn, which is your highly business orientated platform for you to use. So we have all these platforms, and most important, you have this online marketing strategy. And with the online marketing strategy, we then decide what is it that we need to do on LinkedIn to get people through the strategy. What do we need to do on Facebook to get people through the strategy? What do we need to do on Instagram to get people through the strategy? And part of that strategy is getting them onto your email list, so that we can continue to nurture them. Now, in order to do that, you've got to have a content plan. And in order to do that, you've got to have lead magnets. You can run things like competitions. You can use webinar as a funnel. Webinar is a great funnel to be able to use. You can simply be going out and giving a free resource, or getting people into an online challenge. There are all these different strategies that you have where we can capture people's email address, nurture them so that they can become a client. Now, what happens is, along the way, you get a couple of yeses, and along the way, you get a couple of no's. Now, when you get a yes, you get money, which is awesome. But what we need to look at then is how can we upsell or keep them as a client and make more money from them, or turn them into raving fans so that you get more word of mouth referrals. However, if you get a no, how do we nurture those people until we get a yes? Now, all of this needs to be logical. Your content plan needs to be customer focused. Your lead magnets need to be customer focused. All these lead strategies need to be relevant to the customer to attract the right customer. Because if you get the right customer, they're not going to buy if you get the right customer, but the offer's wrong, they're not going to buy. If you get the wrong customer and the right offer, they're not going to buy. So you've got to have the right communication through your socials and the right customer journey to send them down this over here so that you can simply make more money. So what is this called? Well, a lot of people like to call it the F word, which is a funnel. And these are all funnels that you have. And from what I know is you have to have the skills to be able to manage these funnels. You have got to have strategies, and your strategies do change depending on where people are coming from. They do need to change. Those funnels do need to have a little bit of twists and turns because it does need to be relevant to the customer on those platforms. And the last one is we need to implement systems, meaning how can we automate some of these processes through abandoned carts, through automated nurture sequences. And again, if the messaging is wrong, or if this is set up incorrectly, or if it's done without an overall strategy, you will not make any money. And I have had business owners getting $23,000 worth of sale from one email campaign that we did in 2 minutes, just because it was logical. We looked at where the people originally came from, how we had originally communicated to them. We built trust along the way. We put them through a qualification process. We nurtured them, and then $23,000 is the most that I've been able to achieve through there. So in a 2-minute campaign. So this is an online business marketing strategy. And this over here is where people, they may have the socials, they may have emails, they may have a website, but unfortunately nothing is working and nothing's talking to each other. And this is my jam. This is what I do. This is where I work with you to not only set up this entire system, set up the strategies, but give you the skills to manage it. And when it's done correctly, you will be more productive and you will make more profit. And that is the difference between businesses who have all the stuff and don't get financial results or leaving money at the table versus those that are scaling, are growing, and are doing things because they work on their skills, they make sure they have the strategies, and they implement systems. Now, often you can go out, you'll get someone else to do your socials for you, and they're running in one direction. You'll then go out and maybe someone's running your emails for you, and they are running in one direction. Potentially you've got a business coach who's focusing on this over here, but they are running in their direction, and none of this is working. It's not cohesive. It's not an alignment. It's not doing its right thing. So this is where what I do is that I work with you to set this up, teach you how to manage it, and help you hold your hand through the process of learning to do it. And in that is review. You do have to review at stages, test and review and see what is working or what is not working, which is really important. And of course, your website's in there as well. We need to be sending people, getting their email addresses, but certainly we need to get them onto the website. And when they get to the website, it is important that there's customer flow there. You've got to make sure that the sales copy is correct. So there's no disconnect from here to there. And that's why these sales pages or these landing pages and being able to take payment simply or expressions of interest here simply is really important, because this could be a massive roadblock and you could be missing out on income if that's not done correctly. So this is a cohesive online marketing strategy. And this is why or how I transitioned from Facebook when I realized this is the bigger picture. This is how people make money. This is how I've done it myself in my own business. And this is how I help other businesses be more productive and more profitable by having these systems in place. So I'm Chantal Gerardy, online business strategist. I'd love for you to connect with me on my website, www.chantalgerardy.com.au. And on there, you'll find a heap of free resources which you could take advantage of. I do encourage you, though, to actually subscribe on the website so that you can get up-to-date information, see when we're running online, or when we launch a new online course or a new online program. And also, if there are any upcoming grants that we know about, we'll send them out to you as well. So that website again is www.chantalgerardy.com.au. And I hope to see you on the other side. See ya.